Imagine roaring engines tearing through the night, the smell of burning rubber filling the air, and young rebels racing for glory. The late 1960s was a time when horsepower was king, and cars weren't just vehicles. They were symbols of power, freedom, and unbridled ambition. But amidst this chaos, one car dared to rewrite the rules and cement its place as a legend. This is the story of a battle so fierce it shaped an entire era. Get ready to dive into the tale of the 1969 Mustang Boss 429. The late 1960s was a whirlwind of cultural revolutions and technological breakthroughs. While the Vietnam War raged and humanity reached for the stars with the moon landing, another fierce battle was unfolding much closer to home, on the streets and racetracks of America. It was the golden age of the muscle car, where Detroit's automakers competed with one goal: to dominate the roads with raw power and unmatched performance. This era was defined by an arms race between the big three: Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler. These titans were locked in a high-stakes game of one-upmanship, building machines that pushed the boundaries of engineering. V8 engines ballooned to monstrous proportions, guzzling fuel without care. Horsepower climbed to jaw-dropping heights as manufacturers unleashed increasingly aggressive designs to capture the imaginations of speed-hungry enthusiasts. Pontiac's GTO, Dodge's Charger, and Chevrolet's Camaro roared through American streets, each staking its claim as the king of muscle. But it wasn't just a street war. This battle raged on drag strips, NASCAR ovals, and even in daring advertising campaigns that fueled public excitement. For Ford, the Mustang had already established itself as a pioneer of the pony car segment. Yet despite its success, Ford faced a relentless challenge from Chrysler's 426 Hemi engine, a powerhouse that dominated NASCAR and left competitors in the dust. Ford wasn't about to back down. Determined to challenge Chrysler's reign, Ford unleashed the 1969 Mustang Boss 429, a car that wasn't just powerful, it was revolutionary. The heart of this beast lay in its 429 cubic-inch V8 engine, affectionately nicknamed the Blue Crescent for its distinctive valve covers. Ford's engineers spared no effort in crafting an engine that could rival the legendary Hemi. Starting with the robust Ford 385 series engine, they reinforced its internals, added steel connecting rods, and installed a forged steel crankshaft to handle the immense forces it would generate. One of the most innovative aspects of the Boss 429 was its advanced cylinder head design, featuring a dry deck setup that improved performance and made maintenance easier. This was no ordinary street engine. It was a race-bred powerhouse capable of producing staggering power. While officially rated at 375 horsepower, enthusiasts speculated that the true output was significantly higher, perhaps as much as 500 horsepower. But all that power came with a challenge. The engine was too large to fit in a standard Mustang. To solve this, Ford partnered with Carve, a specialized performance shop, to reconfigure the Mustang's engine bay. Shock towers were moved, the battery was relocated to the trunk, and the suspension was modified to accommodate the massive engine. These changes gave the Boss 429 its iconic wide stance, a visual cue that hinted at the power lurking under the hood. The exterior design of the Boss 429 was as bold as its performance. Its broad, muscular frame exuded aggression, while the functional hood scoop and front spoiler weren't just for show. They were critical to cooling the engine and maintaining stability at high speeds. Signature Boss 429 badges and sleek body lines completed the look, making it clear that this was no ordinary Mustang. Inside, the Boss 429 offered a balance of performance and refinement. Leather bucket seats, chrome-accented gauges, and optional wood trim provided an air of sophistication, while the straightforward dashboard layout ensured that the driver stayed focused on the road ahead. This wasn't just a car for racing, it was a car you could enjoy on the streets, a dual-purpose masterpiece. Despite its groundbreaking design, the Boss 429 faced challenges. Only 1,358 units were ever built between 1969 and 1970, making it one of the rarest muscle cars of its time. While Ford had created the Boss 429 to compete in NASCAR, Rule changes and the rise of aerodynamic designs like the Ford Torino Talladega shifted the competitive landscape, limiting its success on the track. Yet, the Boss 429's legacy endured. Its rarity, combined with its raw power and innovative engineering, made it a collector's dream. Surviving examples now fetch astronomical sums at auctions, celebrated as icons of an era when American automakers were unafraid to push boundaries in the pursuit of performance. The 1969 Mustang Boss 429 wasn't just a car, it was a statement. It symbolized Ford's determination to challenge the status quo and its willingness to take risks in a world that demanded constant innovation. Today, it stands as a testament to an era of automotive excellence, a time when the roar of an engine was enough to ignite imaginations and create legends. The Boss 429 may not have dethroned Chrysler's Hemi on the racetrack, but it left an indelible mark on muscle car history. It reminds us of a time when horsepower ruled supreme, and the quest for glory pushed human ingenuity to its limits. The Boss 429 isn't just a car. It's a legacy of American muscle that continues to inspire enthusiasts around the world.